Well, we don't have an exact name, but we do know that the discussion was happening at the highest levels of the Justice Department. Attorney General Eric Holder was briefed on this project, yet claims he knew nothing about it, right? Fast and Furious, just in a nutshell, was the Department of Justice claiming that they wanted to allow straw purchasers to buy weapons in order to trace them and track them into this bigger network of Mexican cartels to cut off the head of the snake. Some of these ATF officials described it. But when the criminal liability comes in, is they were watching as straw purchasers broke the law repeatedly. They knew that these guns were going to Mexico and ending up at bloody crime scenes in Mexico. The only way they were recovering these guns were at murder scenes in Mexico, and the only way to actually find them is when they were left at these crime scenes. And so when you have ATF officials and DOJ officials saying on record in press conferences that straw purchasers are just as responsible as the guy who pulled the trigger, if they're, we should hold them to their own standard in that. And in this case, that's exactly what the Justice Department did. The question is, can this lead to impeachment? And this is something that's been asked since the beginning of the scandal, with the changing testimony under oath, the severity of the case. I mean, trafficking thousands of high-powered military-style assault weapons into a foreign country without letting that foreign government know about it. There's lots of evidence to show that there was impeachment-style behavior going on here. Now, will we get that done? Probably not. We've seen nearly 200 representatives in Congress call for Eric Holder to resign. That hasn't happened. Democrats and Republicans held him in contempt of Congress, and yet we haven't really seen teeth behind those moves.
Isn't it true, Mr. Attorney General, that you've not produced a log of materials withheld, even though our investigators have asked for it?
I know that, I'm not sure about that. I know that the...
Okay, I'm sure you didn't, so let's move on.
There's definitely a possibility that not all of the documents related to Operation Fast and Furious will be released. There are certain situations where the Justice Department can keep information from the American people, and Congress can keep information from the American people. But the fact is there are at least 200,000 Fast and Furious documents. 70,000 of those documents were requested by the Oversight Committee, and only 7,000 of them were released, many of which are completely blacked out. I mean, it's not like there are some redactions in these documents. The entire page is blacked out. Darrell Issa referred to it as black paper.